Hi guys, it's Hannah from Trekitt and I'm here on the beautifully sunny Skirrid today to talk to you about Montane's Oxygen 24 pack. Now the Oxygen 24 is a 4-season pack, so it will suit everything from kind of winter mountaineering, scrambling, right up to just a casual day stroll in the hills. So it's tough, breathable, incredibly stable and just about ready for any activity you plan on taking it on. So what's it made of? So Montane used a 210 denier Raptor Geo nylon in the main body of the pack. Now this fabric is incredibly abrasion resistant and also still looks good after years of use. This fabric is then given a DWR coating to add to the overall water resistancy of the pack. So moving down to the base, the Oxygen 24 then has a 420 denier Raptor Geo nylon on the bottom. That just protects against abrasion and scuffs and scrapes that you might get when you put your pack down. It is a bit heavier, so that's why it's not used over the whole pack. So the combination of those two weights of fabrics means that it's very, very tough, but also gives you that light weight that you need when you're moving fast in the mountains. Okay, moving around to the back. So the back piece in the Oxygen is really simple and very effective. So it's made out of a single layer of foam, and now this foam has certain cutouts in it to maximize breathability and airflow, and now that helps to move sweat and vapor away from your back. This same foam is then used in the hip belt and in the shoulder straps, and they've got a layer of mesh over the top of them for comfort and also to help wick sweat away from you while you're moving. So this bit of foam as well is really comfortable on your back, and is also a really good extra barrier between you and your kit in your pack, so it means if you've got little jabbies in there, they're not going to dig into your back while you're moving. So this pack takes a few influences from Montane's running range, so you'll find that this pack actually sits snugger and a lot more stable than maybe some of the other day packs that you're used to. By far the most effective feature in helping the pack achieve that stability is these elasticated sections on the hip fins. So this means that they will kind of sit snug to all of your little wobbly bobbly bits, so it doesn't matter if you're skinny, curvy, pear-shaped, these hip fins will mould and adjust to your shape, and that means that it actually fits a really wide range of body types. Moving down to the hip belts, you've got these lovely wide foam fins that when they're cinched up properly sit really snug to your body and just add to the overall stability of the pack. If you then look down at the hip belt, so you've got this dual point takeoff system. Now that means that the buckle is free flowing, so you don't have to faff around the buckle when you're putting it on, and it's a forward pull system, so it all just cinches up lovely, and it's just really easy to do. You notice the first takeoff point is here. The second takeoff point for the hip belt is round to the side. It goes behind the little pocket on the hip belt. So what this basically means is that that point of adjustment isn't coming from the front here, it's also coming from kind of just in on your back. So the hip belt cinches really snug and the whole pack is brought really close to your back. And that just adds the overall stability of the pack. And it really feels like you don't have much on at all, even when you've got a load of weight chucked in there. We do have a really good YouTube video of how to fit your rucksack properly, so while you're here, head up to the link up here and then just have a quick watch of that. A really good point on these shoulder straps as well is Montane's really clever click and go system. So this sternum strap clips on really easily and it stays in place. So when you're walking and you're putting stress on it from this side, it's not going to pull off. But it's really, really easy to get off, even with big mittens on. So this little tab here, so you just grab it by that and you just pull it off. Simple. So in the front on the hip belt, you have two stretchy mesh zipped pockets. Those for me are really important for stashing quick snacks so that I don't have to take my pack off and get to them. Moving to the front, you then have the very generous large main compartment. A main compartment has a nice big clamshell opening so that you can get right down to the bottom of your bag without having to take out all the contents of your pack. Inside the main compartment then you have a large hydration sleeve, and and that's got a little Velcro strap at the top so that you can secure your bladder in place. The exit point for the hose is just on the side here where it says H2O, so your little hose will come out there, and then you've got an elasticated point on your shoulder strap to keep your hose in place while you're walking. So on the front then you have a nice large zippered pocket. Now that's a really good place to stash your first aid kit, a head torch, or a spare jacket, you know, the kind of bits that you don't really want to be rooting through your bag that you might need quite quickly. In that then you also have a zippered security pocket, just a good place to keep your keys so you're not rooting around for those either. To the sides then we have these very generous stretchy mesh pockets. Now these will quite easily squeeze a litre Nalgene bottle into them. And then on the side you'll also see on top of that stretchy mesh pocket, and this is Montane's own feature, they call it their baguette pocket, and that's a really good place to pop if you've got a longer bottle that might fall out. It's a good place to pop him in. It's also a good place to stash tent poles and that kind of thing. There are a few clever little extra features as well that really make this you know, 4-season pack rather than just a little walking day pack. So for example, down here you've got these little attachments that will attach both walking poles and ice axes. These can be tucked away really neatly when you're not using them. Down here you've got a little ice axe protector sleeve, so that just tucks the sharp bit away and, you know, makes sure that that's not sticking into your pack or into you. At the top of that little sleeve then you've got this little nylon loop, and this little nylon loop works really well as a little bike light attachment. On the top here and inside the pocket, you can't quite see it from this angle, but you've got a couple of compression straps to really just cinch that bag in and just make sure that it's all sitting snug and close to you. So the top attachment point for the pole is just here in the compression strap, so you'd undo him here, thread him through, pop your pole through that, clip him in the bottom, and then pull that through and cinch him up. Okay, that's it guys. That is the stunning Oxygen 24 pack from Montane. Are you off scrambling, gully bashing in the Scottish winter, or just out in the beautiful local hills? Well, then this is the pack for you. Hopefully I've managed to answer all of your questions, but if you still have anything further that you want to ask, then pop them in the comments section below and we'll get back to you. If I've convinced you that this is the pack for you, then head up to the link up here to flick through some photos, have a further read and buy it. We do also stock the male equivalent. He's called the Halogen 25, so yeah, do go and have a look at those too. And well, if you love our content and you love the video, then hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with when we release stuff. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.